My name is Belinda Dubston, and as always, it is super that you are here with me for our weekly I Ching forecast. In this case, the week commencing the 28th of April 2025. We are at the tail end of April, a couple of days of April for this weekly forecast, and then we're into May's energy. So around the corner, we'll be working with May and seeing where the new month takes us and reflecting on the month that has just passed. Remember, it's not too late, if you have not yet done so, is to do a recap of last month's episode, having a look at what the month was focused on, that energy of 14, possession of great measure, and biting into that old leather and dealing with the obstacles to nourishment in our lives. Okay, so before we get into this week's episode, as always, we cast our minds back. We look back to last week. We had Hexagram 40, deliverance, and that idea of a landing shipwrecked, prone on the beach, and needing to find our way forward, focusing on the thing that's really important to us, really doubling down with strength and commitment to the number one thing, and using that to help bring the energy back to be released from constriction and finding a way forward, while also dealing with Hexagram 47, exhaustion, of recognizing where the tank is empty and realizing it's not personal and it takes time, but times will move on. Okay, we haven't had 47 exhaustion for the monthly. It's only for the tail end of the weekly. It's all fine. The energy will move off again, and then we can move forward with a new focus. So what is this week's energy that we are working with? Remember that we are all on our own journeys. We all have different hexagrams that are popping into our lives if we were working with them personally. This overview is for us as a collective. What's the most important thing that we could focus on to move us forward this week? Our first hexagram is hexagram 32, duration, also known as persevering. This is an extremely stable hexagram, and it refers to the energy of how we can move forward with persistence and consistency and certainty into the future. What this hexagram brings, it tunes us into the enduring values, the enduring behaviors and patterns and habits that give us energy every day. When I think of this hexagram, I think of the value of rituals. We brush our teeth, we shower, we bathe, we have our cup of coffee in the morning. We have rituals that take us through the week. We have church for some people, we have meditation groups and sporting events and community give-backs, and we have these rituals in our lives that create structure in the week, that allow us to keep showing up. Even if that's your gym membership or whatever it is that you're doing, where you are showing up on a consistent basis. The rituals in our lives, they create an energy of the fixative, right? They create energy of locking us into the rhythm of life, into a pace where we keep on showing up, where we keep on enduring, we keep on persevering, and we show up every day, and we show up every week, and we keep on bringing our energy back in. When we can anchor ourselves with our energy in endurance, the marathon as opposed to the sprint, we create space for magic to happen in our lives. When we live our lives, this is what this hexagram is bringing to us, when we live our lives in peaks and troughs, we struggle to ground our energy and to create momentum. And the idea behind this hexagram is, if we have rituals in our lives where we keep on showing up, we keep on bringing our love, we keep on bringing our care, we keep on bringing our energy, and we keep on building, and we keep on doing, and we persevere, the magic that happens, by that anchoring of the energy is profound. There are two types of people, this is a simplistic view. Those who are locked in habits and rituals, who then struggle to get out of those rituals, and those who rebel against rituals because it impedes their freedom. If you are the person that rebels against structure, rebels against routine, tries to do new things, new ways every single day. The brain does not like it. Life does not like it. We have to have the structure of the ritual, right, to create the archetype, the pattern, the container through which energy can flow. And what this hexagram does is it challenges us to think differently. Where do we rebel against the structure, the hierarchy, the process, the ritual, the repetitive routine, which seems meaningless, but it's the glue that holds the whole universe together? Okay, very dramatic. So as we work with this hexagram this week, we're going to be working with really tuning into those processes that are working, okay, the rituals that are working, and where there's chaos, and we need to bring in a locking in of that energy to allow us to sustain our activity. There's no point having huge bursts of creative energy, right, if they can't be sustained. You know, I've dabbled in writing, and one of the things in the writing world, you have two types. Okay, you have the professionals and you have the non-professionals. Professional writers, if you read motivational stories about what makes them successful, they show up every day at their desk to work. They write every day, they have a routine, they start at a particular time every day like they were pitching for a job, and they work and they have all kinds of processes of allowing them to be productive writers. Stephen King's a great example of this, and you can read about his process, so visually and clearly in one of his books he's written. He has a dedication to being a professional. His job is to write, and his job is to show up and work on time, okay, and to be a good employee, even though it's to his creative self. And then the other, non-professionals, right, is I will write when the inspiration strikes me. I cannot be boxed into a routine. I cannot create under such pressure. Okay. Now, if you take that idea and you take it into your own life, there is something for all of us to take from this idea of where we need to show up every day and have the ritual and the routine of the day, the structure, where we rebel against that, okay? Where we try and say, I'm only going to do it when I feel urged to do it, okay? Right. That is not a professional writer. That's a non-professional writer. And what this hexagram is trying to do is to try and make us a professional writer. We show up on time. We are on time for everything. And when we say on time, it means early. Okay, on time doesn't mean as the clock strikes the hour. It means being early. We arrive, we have a process, we plan, we move forward, we have a ritual, we have tick lists. It is that energy of routine which builds up over time into something momentous. When we squander our energy in fits and starts, we can't get anywhere. So we will be challenged working with this hexagram this week. Now, in the changing line, okay, right, the changing lines bring us ways that our path to duration and endurance and perseverance are hindered. Okay, where do we need to do work? Look at the changing lines. They're all going to bring us some gift or some challenge, perhaps, that we are needing to work through to unlock endurance. In the fourth line, this line says, there is no game in the field. Okay, we're out on a hunt to hunt wildfowl or whatever it is that we're hunting. And we're on the field, we're waiting. So the field is the area of the situation where we are trying to catch the game, these wild turkeys or whatever it is that we're trying to catch. And there is no bird in sight. There's not a single ounce of anything that we're trying to hunt in this field. It is empty. Okay, so what that means is while we continue to persevere trying to hunt game in an area where there is no game, we squander our energy and we undermine our ability to endure. Because if you're needing the sustenance of game, not catching the game is a problem. We are focused on this hexagram on endurance, going the long haul. There's something here about our lives this week where we are hunting for the game in a place where game cannot be found. And despite the fact that we can clearly see there's no game, We keep on spending time on this thing. Okay. So work within your life. Where are you hunting game? Okay. In a business, is this where you're hunting customers or great employees or new projects? Okay. Or a piece of equipment. In your own personal life, what are you hunting? What are you looking for? What is the thing that you're looking for from a situation? Take any situation where your attention is right front and center this week and say, where am I looking for something out of the situation that I'm not going to get? So why persevere in waiting for something to come out of this experience that's not going to come? This might be a relationship where you are looking for love and nurturing and communication and those types of things that are important to you, and they are not there. Okay, so what do we have to do to finally recognize we are looking for something that is not there? And the longer we hanker for it and wait for it and lie in the bushes, okay, in wait of the game, any moment it's going to come. It's not going to come. Okay, so part of this week in focusing on this idea of endurance is letting go of some habit, some process, some relationship, some strategy we have been using that has not been delivering the results. The way we get results is we change the field. We go somewhere else where there is game. That means doing our homework and understanding where game is to be found. Okay. If we're not getting the results we want in the field, change the field. Do your research, do your homework, find out where the game is. And let's all face a reality check this week, as hard as it might be, where something we are looking for cannot be found in this situation. And let's move on. Okay. Our second hexagram relating to that, connecting a second flow of energy we are working through this week is a lovely hexagram. It's hexagram 46, pushing upward. This is the plant growing through the soil, pushing up towards the light, looking for the light, pushing and putting effort in and growing. Perhaps as we accept the field doesn't have game in, this is not working, we can then actually release the energy and put our energy into growing, into this beautiful search for light that the plant does as it germinates and going and just it's programmed to go and find the light. I need the light. So the growth, the effort, the reward that comes from putting in the effort in this growth process is very powerful. We have this endurance energy, right, with this kind of no game in the field, and we have this opportunity to push to grow, okay, to put in the effort. It's a wonderful energy of doing the work, okay, and finding joy in the work and the work paying off. There's something we need to put effort into in this week and it will pay off. It's okay. It's going to work. It's going to give us what we need. We just need to put the effort in. So it's hard work that is rewarded because we are moving somewhere. The plant is searching for the light. The plant is working around obstacles. When it comes across a little stone, doesn't get caught up in the obstacle. It goes around, okay, it finds a way. It is adaptable and agile and finds a new path. And perhaps as we release this empty field, the energy that comes in allows us to reframe it in a totally new way and allows us to put the growth into the things that are really important, to move and grow and be beautiful, magnificent. As this plant finds the sun, starts to photosynthesize and generate and expand and become what it needs to be. We are all that beautiful plant reaching into the light this week. Thank you so much. As we head into May, I'm looking forward to connecting with you very soon for the May overview for 2025. And of course, you know what to do. If it was useful, hit that thumbs, that like, and of course, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the follow button. You know what to do. And I'll see you soon next at our monthly I Ching forecast.